To show you how to do a regression model in Numworks. So from the home screen, go to regression, and then it lets you add in a data set here and here. I'm going to choose to do this data set of a ball falling. So I have my independent variable is time over here, so I'm going to put that in 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. And then I'll put in my dependent variable, that's negative 0.049, negative 0.196, negative 0.441, negative 0.784, and negative 1.225. Okay, so you see I just got those independent variables from here and the dependent variables from here, so I don't need that anymore. All right, so once these are in here, you can take a look at your data. So here's the graph of these data points. And let's do a regression model. So to do that, you just navigate over here to regression using the numbers or the arrows on this thing and go in. And here's where you can choose the kind of regression model you want. So linear, these are both are linear things. Proportional is linear, but it goes through the origin. Quadratic, cubic, these ones we're a little bit familiar with. Quartic is when x is to the 4th power. And then you can do a power law where x is to any exponent. Exponential, where x is the exponent. Another form of exponential. And logarithmic, we haven't dealt with. Logistic, we won't deal with. And a few other things, but you want to stick with the ones at the top. I'm going to choose quadratic because I know that the way things fall is actually truly a quadratic thing. So we go there, and now there is a line connecting all of the points, and that line looks really good because, well, it should. These are fake data points, and it truly is a quadratic relationship. But so here's this. You'll want to take a screenshot of this once you have it. You'll also want a screenshot of your regression equation. You'll also want to write this down and put it in your slides too. I want to point out here, you might get some numbers like this. E minus 16. Remember, we talked about how that is how a computer does scientific notation. So this is really e to the negative 16. This number is so small, we can say it's 0 basically. And then over here, also a really small number. All right, so that is how you do your regression. And maybe you'll choose a different model. Like you could choose linear, I'll choose it. Now you see it's not as good, but I still can get a line for it. Let's see what it looks like in residual plot. This is another thing you'll have to do. So residual plot, I go over here. This looks not good because like we said, we don't want to see any kind of pattern. And this is a pretty clear pattern. There's a curve in the residual plot. So not so good. We would want to go back and make our model quadratic, and then let's go see that residual plot. It's in here. Look, perfect. Well, perfect residuals, there is no pattern, it's a completely flat line. Yours should have some values that are above the line and below the line, but like I said, this is fake data, so you'd want a screenshot of this graph for your slides too. All right, I think that's it. That should be good enough.